What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we got a 1968 Fairlane convertible. This car is pretty inside and out. It's got a 289 under the hood, AC compressor hooked up, power steering, and we're gonna be checking everything out so you know exactly what you're getting before you get here. We do this with every car on the lot. So check us out, maplemotors.com. I have finance and shipping available. I also post all the new inventory every Monday. So be sure to check on Mondays if you want to be first. Okay guys, it's about that time. We're going for a test drive in this Fairlane 500. Let's hit the road. Before we take off, we'll look around the interior and check everything out. Go ahead and place your bets. Do you think the horn works? It's a game we like to play on the channel. It's showing 2,100 miles. That odometer does go back to 0 every 100,000. Looking around in here, pretty clean. The top works great on this one. He already had it down for me because he took the detailed pictures. To start the car, just turn the key, starts right up. We'll go ahead and check the air at the AC. It's pulling down on the motor. I felt the compressor kick on, but it's not getting super cold yet. It's like bursts of cold. It may be running low and need to be recharged. Wipers do work. Radio, let's see here. Power function. Well, we cut her on then. It's on now. Where's the volume at? Right there. It's kind of glitching out. It's a Clarion, but it just cut off again, I think. It wants to work, but it's not working. Old school Clarion. Horn? We got it down here. Horn works. All right. Let's cut the air off there. See it free up the motor. It was pulling on the compressor. You even got a nice little write-up. We're gonna hit the road. We do gotta make a pit stop. I gotta get a window mount for this car. For my camera, not the car, but let's hit the road, see how she runs and drives. Anything I see, I will let you know. And that's why I'm here to do the videos. Okay. Got the seatbelt on. We're gonna hit the road. Anything I see, I will let you know. %, stopping at the gas station. The gas gauge is on E on this one. I don't feel like running out today. Like I said, we got to make a pit stop, get another window mount. I broke a bunch making these videos. That's one thing I wish they'd have made, like a solid metal window mount. Okay, here we go. Coming on out, it's already feeling smooth. The speedometer, we're going back in time. This thing is going from 120 mile an hour back to 0 like crazy. So the speedo's not working right. We're going down the road here. Got a little bit of a left pull. Check these brakes out. A little bit of a drag when you first hit the brakes, but they're stopping great. Kick down is not hooked up on this one. She's pulling strong though. Turn signals are popping up on the dash on both sides. And I know that was pretty short. We're going right here to the gas station. That's this, on this side of town. And we'll get a little bit of fuel. Then we'll head on down the road here. get this mount. Be a little bit longer test drive this time. Let's just mix it up. So yeah, right now the gas gauge is on E, and we'll be checking that out. Okay, I put about $20 worth of fuel in this ride. Put it in back here behind the tag. And the gas gauge was on E. We're gonna check it out now and see if it's come up. All right, so it's over here, sitting on E. Turn the key. Come on up, gas gauge. It is, it's working its way up, and it's working. All right, so there's a neutral safety in this lever here. If I can get it to stay up, I can do it with one hand. Otherwise, I'm gonna need to use both of my hands to start the car. There we go. Okay, yeah, so the safety switch is there. If you're not holding a camera, it's a lot easier. Let's hit the road. Okay, so yeah, the window mount just completely fell apart. It's in like 3 pieces now. I'm trying to decide if I go to Best Buy or Walmart. I feel like Best Buy would have better mounts. So we're gonna go there. And I might be able to use their parking lot to get some cool shots. We're still gonna do the outside shots, the undercarriage shots. Right now, I just got you on my head. I'm checking the camera. Make sure it looks good on there. And guys, if you wanna see what I use to make these videos, look below in the description. It has everything. I may even add a few things, especially if I go over here to Best Buy, because I need it today. I wanna see if they got some really indestructible mounts here. Here we go. Look at that speedo. Hopefully there's not too much wind. This car does drive really, really smooth. The suspension on it feels like a boat, especially with these huge long cars. All right, we're on a straight here. If I let go of the steering wheel, it very, very slowly goes to the left there. And if I hit the brake, it's got that initial jerk to the left. As I'm in the brakes now, it's still kind of pulling just a little bit to the left. Everything's going to the left, it seems like. It's very light though. It's not like it's just dragging me around. Of course, with the brakes, I think what it's doing is just grabbing over here first, and it's causing that pull. So just hang on the steering wheel. Eventually, a lot of this stuff, after you drive these old cars, it kind of works itself out. If it doesn't, then that's when you give it attention. I know it sounds crazy, but once you warm up the brakes, kick the dust off, let's say if it's parked in a gravel driveway or something, that'll all get on your drum brakes and cause issues. We'll pull her down, drop her down one. Little pep there. See, when you first hit the brakes, it kind of does feel like it's getting a little bit better. Guess what? We're at Best Buy. And it looks like there's nobody here. I like it. Just a few cars. We'll park away from everyone. Hopefully we don't come out and there's 10 cars around it, but you know how that is. You ever parked way out in the parking lot at Walmart and then you come out and somebody parked beside you? I've done that a bunch. Let's go in here and see if they got a window mount. That way I can make better videos. And I'll be right back. Okay, so instead of getting a new mount, they actually had the little piece that broke and it was upgraded. How cool, how perfect. I knew Best Buy was the right place. All right, we're gonna head on back to the lot and then we'll do the walk around, point out any kind of flaws. I wanna zoom in on this Speedo. It's crazy looking. It's just like bouncing up higher and higher and higher. It's all the way to 120 now. The speed zone. Okay, if I can keep my shoulder out of it, we'll be in good shape. Nice and smooth. I love it. The brakes are still pulling to the left. Sorry, I always have a habit of looking back before I turn. I've had many times driving different cars that I don't trust the mirrors anymore. Motor's running smooth. Really the only flaws that I'm seeing is the a little bit of a left pull. But I mean right now we're going really straight down the road. I think it may be adjusting itself. And then of course the brakes, they're not pulling like they were before. Like when I first touched the brakes, it would yank that steering wheel hard to the left. Now it's just barely going. So Maybe drive it another 5-10 miles. See if that helps. I heard static on the radio. It looked like it was cutting on, but the screen is real sensitive, so as soon as you touch it, it'll like cut off and on. It's on again. But let me know in the comments if you like the longer test drive. I know sometimes once I've already went over everything, it's a little drug out. Yeah, the brakes are definitely still, they were pulling. They're just on the initial push. Like right now I'm in them and they're not pulling to the left, so. We're getting real close to the lot now. We're getting ready to do the walk around video, checking out the outside of the car, checking over everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit like, share, and subscribe. Also check out maplemotors.com for financing and shipping. Back to the future. Okay, we're back. We're gonna walk around this ride, point out chips, scratches, any kind of issues that I could find, so you know everything about this ride. You can also see those detailed pictures at maplemotors.com. Be sure to check that out. Let's get started here. So I'm gonna start up front and get down low. The front end on this one, the chrome is in really good shape. Grill looks good. Got a few chips though. You get real close, you got a couple little spots in the grill. It's not perfect. Look up in the corner there, it's not perfect either. Coming down this side, real low, usually where the problems consist. Up and over the fender, it looks nice and clean. The trim looks good. You got a little bit of bubbling popping right here in the front. You can also see it down at the bottom. In the corner of the door, you've got some drips, a little thick paint. Looks like some bubbles. Going on down some more. In the corner there, a little bit thick paint. In the corner there, you see some more bubbles. Coming up over the fender. Like I said, the trim's nice and clean. Look at the little wax left over on the edge there. Just wiped it off. Checking this back corner. Too bad. See on the red there, it's got some chips. Little spot there. So got a couple little spots here, a couple scuffs. Went up over the top of the fender there. Light scratch. Front windshield looks awesome. The trim around the front windshield looks great. Chrome mirrors nice and clean. Nice door handles. Even got the fabric down where the window comes up. Weather stripping looks good. Trim looks good around the back window, the back convertible top there, but you got some dings on the driver's side. I'm on the passenger side now, so it's probably where they were trying to put it on. A lot of people use like a rubber mallet. You don't really need all that. Coming around the back. Chrome looks good, dual exhaust. A little bit of pitting popping up around the tail lights though. Weather stripping around the trunk, it looks great, feels good too. Spare tire, convertible top boot, gauges, extra parts. We'll leave that all with you. Well, I wanted to lift this up, but it looks like it's all... Let's see if we can peek up under there. Oh yeah, that is nice and clean up under there. I think I'll have to unbolt the CD player to get a good look. And the tire. Trunk lid looks good. Keys in the ignition, let's let her down. Edge of that trunk lid, there's a little spot there. Trim's got some chips. And she shuts really easy. It felt good. Around the back here, we're going to do the same thing, run down the lower portion. And up over the trim. Got some bubbles popping up at the very bottom there by the driver's rear tire. You also got some bubbles popping up right here. Looks like some thick paint there. Little bubble in the middle of the door, a couple on top there. Real small stuff. And this, there's the issue right there. You've got some rust in this front fender. And it's popping out. We do have detailed pictures, so definitely check that out. This is definitely the worst spot on the whole car. Coming up over. Front looks decent. Coming down that mid section now. Nice and smooth, looking pretty good. Trim's got a few dings. And up over the top. There's the trim back here. It's got those dings in it that I was telling you about. Door handle's in good shape. Looks like they've replaced most of the stuff, mirrors, door handles, and all the trim. Got some scuffs on the edge there of that one. Fairly new horns. And let's get her started up. Check the interior out a little bit more. It's easy to with the tops down. You can see the seat panels. They're all in pretty good shape. Carpet's a little bit faded in the back. A little bit of cracking right there on the inner part of your door panel. What does that say? Huh. Florida. Chandler Classic Cars. I've never heard of them. I may look that up. little bit of rust there in the corner. Weather stripping looks good. Okay, so safety switch, if it'll stay up, that'd be great. It does. Little gas. There she goes. When it comes down to that radio, like I said, if you just, it's gonna need a new one basically. But if you just barely touch it, it's working. Coming down with the hood now. Got a little crack right here in your paint. Also up here on the hood, you see a bunch of little dimples. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to point out any kind of paint flaws, issues that I've seen. I test drove it for you. We're gonna do this with another car today. I'm just gonna keep these videos coming your way, but I need your help. Please share this video. It also helps me out a lot when you subscribe and hit like. And I'll keep these videos coming your way. Typically we get about 10 cars a week. A lot of people started coming in on about Friday morning, afternoon, and looking to see what we're getting ready to post for next week. Well, hey, that's the inside scoop. That's the best I could do, because if I go ahead and tell you now, they'll all be sold before we update on Monday. Of course, when we do update on Mondays, check it out around 11 o'clock. You see all the new inventory, and you could be the first. I have a ton of people calling, how do I get in first? I want this car, but it's already sold. That happens. I'm not complaining about good business, but I'm trying to help you out. You can also get pre-approved through a finance company on my website, which makes it even easier when you call and say, I want this car. A little bit more information, if you want to put a car on hold, you see hold on all these cars, they're putting $1,000 down. That gives you about a week to come up with the rest of the money. It's a non-refundable $1,000 deposit. Make sure you want the car. I don't want your money. I want to sell you a car. So don't send me that $1,000 and then back out. Make sure you want the car. I press that issue a lot. That's why we make these videos. We give you all the detailed photos, and we try to give everybody a fair opportunity to pick up a classic. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, guys.